Hey guys, welcome back to the Travel Pod. Here's your host and the guest.
Yes.
Yes. Today we're going to talk more about goals and more on the lines of common problems and bottlenecks that you'll face. We talk about 4 main things that can help you the most, I would say.
Yeah. And we're going to dive deep into like the common issues, problems / bottlenecks of it. So, yeah, let's get started. Wee. We're dialed in.
Welcome back to the Travel Pod, where we teach you young ones how to maximize your potential in this world. We teach young ones. We gonna teach you young ones.
Sorry.
You just alarmed all of our podcast people.
Cut that out.
I'm bass boosting for all the podcasts.
Don't do it. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, huh?
Like put a pause in between and then just.
They wouldn't expect it.
So, no, yeah. They're not gonna expect anything.
No, they're not. This is how
The best way to expect nothing is to expect everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, what the heck? It's just an overall.
Oh, there we go.
Well, let's just start. How have you been since this past week?
Pardon?
How have you been this past week?
What's going on?
Doing? Oh, the bottom piece is moving, so put that all the way down. Put that thing where it came from.
It's like, why is it falling? This thing doesn't like me.
I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
All my Star Wars nerds. Hashtag,
yes.
Hashtag original trilogy.
I prefer the prequels.
Yeah, but there's still some pretty good quotes in the original. But
Yeah,
I
there
want to go
is.
to the Tosh station to pick up some power converters.
You can play with your friends later. Yeah, that's good.
That's about it. That's all the
Yeah.
original trilogy quotes I know.
Sir droids.
What?
He even has a ring.
Wait, what?
When they were looking for who is it, 3PO and R2, when they were on Tatooine, or when they landed on Tatooine,
Yeah.
and then they like started searching around the what was it, around the pod, the travel pod, the escape pod.
Around the escape pod?
Yeah. And then one of the stormtroopers goes up to...
Oh, and he just picks up a random ring.
Yeah, he has a ring. Like, look, sir, droids. That had to be the greatest...
It has, like, no context.
No.
Whatsoever.
It's just like, yeah, let's just make something up.
Imagine... Okay, I wonder if that was in the original movie now.
I think it was. Because in that scene, they like added in like in CG, like this was after it came out. In CG, they have the stormtrooper on the creature.
Oh yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's still there. It was just
They could have just picked up like a piece of scrap metal, like, look, sir, droid.
Like, they couldn't do anything else.
But was there an alarm? Like, I'm pretty sure there was like an alert about 2 droids that escaped.
I think so,
Because
there was like a spy.
Yeah.
A spy.
But like, what was he holding that would have been so distinguishable?
I have no idea.
He's like, oh man,
like,
this is from a droid.
This is definitely a droid.
It was like a wire. Look, sir, a droid. It's like, out of the millions of droids that are anywhere.
I was like, I think it was better that they didn't even get a reaction from the other stormtrooper.
It was just like this, right? Or am I thinking the Lego verse?
I think you're thinking of that.
Anyway, that was a quick turn into an escape pod into a galaxy far, far away. I don't know. It's a bad Tusken Raider, yeah. Just sound like a dead narwhal. Narwhal?
A dead narwhal. Poor narwhal.
What do narwhals sound like?
Do narwhals make sounds?
I don't know.
I don't know if narwhals make sounds. It's like a tree when it falls in the forest.
Doesn't make any sense.
Two bench press.
Does it say anything in Charlie the Unicorn? Does it say anything in Charlie the Unicorn with narwhal? There's a narwhal in it,
Charlie
right?
the Unicorn?
Yeah.
I think it was just like a regular whale sound.
Really? Oh my god, a narwhal!
Oh, I think you're thinking of a seal.
Yeah, that's
I was like, that's not a whale.
Anyway.
All right.
Welcome to the Travel Pod,
let's
everybody.
go back to what we're talking
Glad
about.
glad you got a glimpse of what our conversations consist of on a daily basis. Yeah. Charlie the Unicorn and Star Wars.
Yeah. Man, if you remember Charlie the Unicorn, that is like, you're a real one.
Straight up. I was actually talking to someone and they said, "You remember Charlie the Unicorn?" I was like, I do actually.
Man, a real one.
And we just started.
I feel like that's just me, you, and Miley.
No, I'm gonna just start saying, ¿Dónde están las bibliotecas? Me motivan la radio. Anyways, we're back on the Travel Pod, everybody. Welcome back. We're happy to have you. Wonderful to see you again. Even if you're just listening in, I'm glad you decided to travel with us on the Travel Pod. Yeah. And
it's great to be here. It's great to see you here.
Of course. Again, my name is your host, and
Are we gonna keep switching hosts?
Absolutely. Today, my name is the host, and I have here with me the guest. That's what it says on our Vocaster 2.
Well, technically.
Oh, wait, no, you do have host privileges. Hi guys, I'm your guest today.
I am
mute
the
you.
guest today.
What did you say? I had to check to make sure.
I know, you looked down.
Yeah, so I am the guest today, and this is my friend.
I'll give you the host.
Oh,
I'll give you a host.
Appreciate that, homie.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Up the homie. Yes, we're back. We're back here. The host and the guest.
In hoodies.
In hoodies. Yeah. In the hood.
He saw me wearing my hoodie. He was like, "Oh, I should put my hoodie on."
Yes. It's exactly how that conversation went.
Yeah. And then he put on his hood.
Then I put on my hood. It's exactly how that conversation went.
Yep.
Straight up. But yeah, and in conjunction with what we were talking about last week about goals.
Yes.
It was a heavy one.
It was a lot.
It was a lot
for one episode, especially.
Yeah, and I low key felt bad. I was like, you know what, that was my fault.
We are sorry. Bum 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 bum.
We are sorry. Bum 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 bum. No, we're not sorry. We don't apologize on this podcast.
Yeah, never mind. We're not sorry.
No, it was a very heavy podcast though. Like it if you listen to that, I recommend listening to it a couple times over.
You're editing
not
it.
just for the views though, but like just for your mental sanity of just like consuming everything that was talked about on that podcast. On that episode, because it was a lot. I was thinking about it, and we were running through with what we talked about. I haven't even listened back to it, but I was like, we did talk a lot. We did talk a lot. We talked for almost an hour. I think it was an hour.
I think it was an hour. Yeah.
And if anything, I was like, you know what? Let's just break this down just a little bit, just so that it's a little more palatable and a little more, gracious, seasoned with salt kind of podcast today. So
are we like doing in 3 parts, or is this?
I guess so.
I know this is part 2, but like,
I guess this is part 2. Part 2 of creating goals. I'll just say part 2 of goals.
Part 2 of goals.
Part 2 of goals.
Okay.
So
We're gonna have to put a disclaimer on the first one though, because
must watch first.
No, watching part 1. Watch this first.
Yes. I mean, they can still watch this without context, just because I think this overall goals is information regardless. Mm-hmm. So this one we'll be discussing more on the lines of common problems and bottlenecks when it comes to actually, what do you call that? Executing once you're in the groove, because we didn't really touch on that either. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, in general, have you run into like any particular problems or bottlenecks when it comes to pursuing goals, either in the drafting stages or execution?
Sorry,
man, homie's a little gassed up.
Let's see. What did I run into? I think I did. I think it was my permit one, my driving permit one, because they had me. They set up the appointment, and I wasn't even prepared, and so like I just had to do it and just do my best, logical reasoning and all that. Yeah. I still missed it though. I still missed the gun, but I think with my career goals. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Sick, yeah. Anyway.
No, I'm on a waiting period right now for the mortgage license because
you've already finished all your schooling.
Yeah. So I just have to take the exam now. But Dad was like, if you do it now and you pass and you get the license and all that, you have to do the continuing education still, because that's like a yearly requirement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you have to. So if I get it like by the end, like by now, I would still have to do the continuing education, which is like $300 or something.
Is that in January? Or
I think if you miss it by December 31st, then
okay. So you just January 1st.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just waiting right now, just studying, and so yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, I'm on a standstill now, so I have to figure out how I'm gonna do this and all that, and prep for the exam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you real quick. What did it? Well, going back to your driver permit, what were the feelings that came up when you did not pass?
I was depressed. No, I was legit sad.
Homie was big sad.
I was big sad. I don't think I've ever heard that term before.
Really?
Big sad. Well, actually, that's probably a lie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But I haven't heard that in a while. Yeah. But yes, I was big sad. But yeah, after missing it, I was just like pissed off. I was like, pissed off. I am pissed off. D-Trix.
Dominic Sandoval.
Love him.
Legend.
No, yeah, I was just upset at myself, and I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was in my room.
Locked himself in his room, even though he doesn't have a lock.
So you'll never get in. I'll put my slipper under. It's like, Kehlani? Let me in. No, yeah, I was so sad. I think it was like a week of just pain.
Was that in September? That was in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miley's got hers too, or she passed hers.
Miley doesn't count because she's taking it like 50 times.
I was like,
that's our sister, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, I think I got this, and I did it, and then she was like, she because you can take it 3 times, and then after those 3 times, you have to take another day or make another day to do the license.
Right.
But like, she got it on the 3rd try. I didn't even try on the 2nd, or I didn't do the 3rd try, which I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't do that. So you can take it
3 times.
Yeah, but
in that
I
one
just
day.
chose not to for some reason, and I missed both times. I don't know. It was
How bad
weird.
were your scores?
If I remember correctly, I was like less than halfway on the first one, and it was worse on the second one. So it was demeaning.
So what would you have done differently?
Yeah, probably studying more. I think if I don't know. I think if I knew that I was going to be doing it like in like a 2-3 week advance,
Sure.
I would prep. Okay. Like I would do the practice tests, and then
so you weren't doing the practice tests
really.
as much,
Not really. Okay. And that was my mistake.
Sure.
That was my fault. So yeah, I would do that. I haven't actually read through the whole handbook either.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I did. I don't think I've ever read it. But you still got through it? Well, I was just taking the practice test.
Wow. That's amazing.
And I literally took it every single day until I averaged like 90% and 100%. Because I was like, if I can average 90 to 100%, and even because I think the lowest you can get is what, 70%.
Yeah, something like 70 or 80.
70 or 80%. It's like, well, even if I miss, if it's worded differently or whatever, then I mean, I still pass regardless. You gotta, and that's another one that I forgot to put down too. But I mean, just to continue with your thought. So at least you know.
At least I know now.
At least you know now for the future.
Like what to expect and how it works or how the testing works and all that. But not gonna lie, I don't like how they use that system, because
it's the touchscreen, no?
No, well, yes, but it's one question at a time, and then if you get that question wrong, it's counting. It's counting as a miss. Yeah. So you can't even like look back.
Oh.
So you have to, you're literally just focusing on one question at a time.
Okay. That's probably why I did that then, because I probably didn't even, I don't remember taking the test, but like, yeah, that's crazy.
Right. So, but I was like, yeah, that thing's crappy. But
screw you, DMV.
Screw you. No, I would probably do like the paper exam.
Really? Then. Oh, just so you can go back to it.
So I can at least look back,
sure,
and see if I regret that choice or not. Instead of
or
you
just get like super good at every single question.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Or you just stop being so stupid.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I think. Yeah.
No, I mean that's good. Like I said, that's good. That you know what you need to do now.
But it's funny because you've told me. You see that?
Yeah, I see
I don't know if it caught on camera. No, but you've told me to like just take the practice test like every day, or just do one test every day. And I didn't even do that. So that was like on me.
Oh, so I told you.
Yeah.
To do.
So I just
and you're still not listening.
I just did not take your wisdom at all. I was like, wow, that was stupid. I'm stupid. Me. Oh man.
It's okay.
That was rough.
It's just a learning experience. Everything's a learning experience. As long as you learn from it, that's all that matters. If you don't learn from it, that's when it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, that'll be your problem.
Yeah. But I mean, in any case, you know what you're supposed to do now, so that's all that matters.
So make sure you take your practice test for the driver's permit. Like
For all
every
you
day.
nerds that haven't driven yet.
As long as you do one test.
As long as you do one test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're pretty short too. They're like,
It can probably take you, if you know every answer to each question, it'll probably take you
it's like
less
40
than 20
40
minutes.
questions a practice test.
That's what I'm saying. It'll probably only take you 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If you know every single question.
Yeah. To me playing League.
You remember Flaming Finger?
Flaming Finger?
Oh, dude.
I don't
That was an arcade game like in the golden ages.
Oh, wow. What is it?
It's not even a maze. It's just a path you have to follow.
Okay.
And it was a prize game.
Okay.
And you had to get through so many levels and you can get that big of a prize. So of course the bottom is like probably a bouncy ball and then the top was like a video game. Because when they put video games in prize arcade games. And I remember our good friend Quentin, we were at it was like one of those like one of those huge arcades that had like Golfland Sunsplash.
Yeah.
Where it was like a bunch of things and an arcade, right? And I remember he was on that machine for so long because they had a Marvel Alliance game in there.
Really?
For PS2.
Oh my
And he was like,
gosh.
dude, I have to get this. So literally all it is you're following this path, but if you stray off, what was it? It was like a thriller game. If you like touch the edge or like if you put the mouse on the edge, then it'd start you over, right? So that's exactly what it did. If your finger went out of the boundary of the path, then it was game over. And I think you only had like 3 tries. And so you had to keep up with the flame.
Oh God.
As it went through the path. And if you didn't, that was also a penalty too. So
I'm so dumbfounded right now. I'm like, what?
I'll have to let's see if we can look it up because
Dude, that sounds wild.
it was such a
Wait, did he ever get it?
he did.
Really?
Yeah, we went home very happy that day.
I would be too. Marvel Alliance, man. That's a fun game.
Man. Yeah, and it was
I bet he paid more than he should have.
100%. Yeah, this is it right here.
What?
So you literally just put your finger on it and you follow the path.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Wow.
You had to follow the
And you have to stay in the lines?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it would just be like, oh man, so good. But yeah, that's what it looked like. It would just have games on the side. Oh, yeah,
wow.
Funko Pops?
Where's this one?
It's Namco, actually. I didn't even know that.
I love
Is it Namco?
No,
My bad.
Namco.
My Japanese doesn't.
Japanese.
My Japanese doesn't come through when I need it to.
Oh, it's Namco. Oh, Namco.
Here, let's just watch like a snippet. If my
Yes, YouTube.
yeah, that's wonderful.
Oh yeah, look ahead of the maze. Oh, so you just have to follow that trail.
Yeah. Ready?
Dude, that's... Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, and if it doesn't read it, you have. Oh, it's time. That's what it is.
Oh my gosh.
So you have to make sure that the flames actually follow your finger, even if you don't. You know, if it doesn't register, you have to make sure it does.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah. It got into
my-
see, so he didn't make it, and so you'd have to redo it. So yeah, he spent a good minute there, just like trying to get it. Anyway, I don't know how. Oh wait, what were we talking about? Trying. I don't know how we got to Marvel Alliance. Trying so many times. I don't know what we were just talking about.
Was it?
I'm gonna just like rewind this.
Practice tests. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
That's a cool
we
tangent.
can continue on. Yoink. Yoink. Boop.
Boop. All right. Well, in any case, I mean, I had a couple things written down there, which I was like, I don't even remember writing that down.
We probably should have looked at this before.
Yeah, it's all good. But I mean, the first one I had here is challenges to stick to it. So it is more or less like on the lines of sticking to your plan, right? Sticking to your goal. Of course, with your MLO right now, it's more strategic than just pure laziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
Strategic than lazy. Yeah.
You're waiting
go with that.
to be strategic. Very good.
And like that in itself is pretty difficult day to day, right?
Yeah.
Because consistency is the most important quality, I'll say, in achieving something. But
And it's hard too because, there's times where you don't feel like you're progressing.
right.
And so you're like, man, why do I keep doing this?
Yeah.
And yeah, you just gotta keep going.
Yeah. And it's on those days when you do the thing that you should be doing and don't feel like doing it, those make it well worth it in the end.
Yeah.
I can always like reel it back to, people who work out, people who really want to like lose weight and look good and feel good, is like when you go on the days that you're like, I'm so tired, I just don't feel like, heading to the gym. Those are the days that make you that person who goes to the gym. It's not the days where you're feeling good and you go to the gym and you're feeling good. And no, it's on the days where you feel bad or you don't feel 100% and you still go to the gym.
Just keep going.
And sometimes you feel good afterwards, and sometimes you still feel crappy.
Yeah.
But you still went. So it's just like, dog.
Man, as long as you win.
Rise and grind. Bro.
Rise and grind.
Rise and grind. But yeah, in any case, like that's probably one of the most difficult out of like all the different obstacles that might come, besides like.
Speaking of working out, there was a video I saw on YouTube, and this 300-pound dude, he was,
Me?
I think he was. Wait, are you 300? No. Anyways, no, he started working out, and
Hey mom, welcome back to the TravelPod. What's up? Sick. Guys, she made fried rice.
She made fried rice.
And there's adobo. Guys, we're dreaming tonight.
Oh my God. I'm going to cry.
We're going to be sleeping good tonight.
Cry. Recording in progress?
Recording in progress.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We'll work on it. We're still not monetized yet, so we can't afford a sign.
I should have that little alarm thing, the red dot. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just getting like an RGB light that's just red. Okay, thank you. Love you.
She closed the door before or after he's. Or wait.
You good?
I'm sorry.
Good?
My brain is still at League of Legends. Sorry. What were we talking about?
300-pound man.
Oh,
AKA
so
me.
he started working out, and I'm sure it was really difficult for him. But like, he lost all that weight, or most of that weight, and I think he got down to like 120, 130.
Oh.
And so yeah, and it was so much that like he still had like the skin, like it was all just flabby. And so I guess they had to do like surgery, and so they just took off the skin
and just sew it back.
Yeah. But I was like, that's wild.
Yeah.
I was like,
did it say how long it took him to get there?
I forgot.
I mean, but yeah, that's like true testament right there.
Yeah.
It's just like you put in the work every day, whether you like it or not, you're going to get results.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
That's how it's going to go.
And I think the important thing too is putting, and I think we kind of touched on this last time, is like doing the minimal things that help you to progress. So whether it's
smaller
like,
tasks.
Yeah. Whether it's like just 10 minutes, you know,
Yeah.
do 10 minutes of a workout. You can do 10 minutes of a workout.
Yeah.
You go for a walk.
It's pretty simple.
You know, like do something for yourself in that aspect. Like everybody can spend 10 minutes doing something.
And it's fast.
And it's
easy.
fast. Yeah. I mean, Apple Fitness right now They have, I think, down to like
thank
5
you for,
minutes.
fixing that.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Anything for you.
Thanks, bro.
I'm pretty sure they have like down to 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, yeah,
5
they
minute
do.
workouts,
Like
or even
for
just like
for core yeah.
breathing sessions,
hit training.
hit training. Like, well, I don't know about hit training. That'd be a weird.
Oh wait, no, it goes
Yeah.
to 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
They
Hey
go to
guys,
10
thank you for coming on. All right, see you later.
All right, bye.
But like, you know, those small increments, because I don't think there's a longer Apple Fitness thing than like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that's just to promote the short period of working out and being active.
They want you to like do some of the other stuff too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then they say join this with, you know, yoga afterwards or concentrated breathing afterwards.
Literally like YouTube, where
pretty much. Yeah. Without the recommend, they haven't recommended yet.
No, they
which
haven't.
is funny to me because I'm like, you can get a lot more views on certain videos if you recommend.
But
like,
I don't think they're worrying about.
Oh yeah, 100%
the views. It's just like because you know,
but
it's monthly
like,
payments
on the consumer side. And I hope you're listening, Apple. It's kind of more work to have to go to like the yoga session after you're done with your workout to find a video and find someone, you know what I'm saying?
Like when you have to because
you have to go back
after you get your results and then
you have to
you're
press
like
done.
okay, done, and then
you have to
go
scroll.
find the
Yeah.
What I figured out is that you have to add to library.
Oh,
That's what you have, but still you have to scroll down, scroll all the way down to find it, and then you
that's what I'm saying. Apple,
can you fix that, please?
fix that, please.
But
I'm just saying, like as a consumer, and with if you really care about my time that way, then you would put
the one consumer
just for my phone. I'll take a beta. I'll take a beta test,
please.
And honestly, like it would. I'm pretty sure it would enhance. You know,
like the
whole experience overall. Because
I
if
think
I'm going to like, boom, I click this, boom, like, I click that.
Yeah,
after.
yeah, this is what you do after, right? Yeah, do that.
And then it could be, you know, you can filter it within that,
Yeah.
you know, to trainer time and everything that they do on each page. I'm like, dog.
Man, that's the dream. Right
also,
there.
Apple Music, since we're on this topic, Apple Music, can you fix your whole system?
Dang.
Spotify is so good. Their interface is so good.
I don't go on Spotify as much, so I
Spotify's,
you need to give me like the
they're just crushing it. If you're just on the app and you're like, I don't feel like listening to the song, you swipe it, bro, and it skips. It goes to the next song.
Interesting.
And then they do the whole music video behind the album.
Oh yeah,
you know,
like that looped.
Yeah,
I guess
I
it'd
like
be a
that
GIF
little, you know,
or GIF,
little GIF. Or I think it does the video sometimes, but they also do podcasts in Spotify.
That is true. But Apple has it separate because they have the podcast, but it's separate app.
They have video podcasts.
Oh dang!
On Spotify. Dang. So like that's what I'm saying. Spotify's crushing the game, honestly.
Wow, man, that's rough.
I mean, I know that Apple does have. I don't think they do video podcasts for Apple though.
For Apple?
Yeah,
I have never seen
you
any.
Just have to go to YouTube. In any case, that's my rant of the night. But in any case, speaking of comparing. My next point here is comparing with others. That was a nice segue.
What a segue. Spotify and Apple. Man.
I have both. But I use Apple. I do. I bought
Spotify.
I pay Spotify Premium. Because
no wonder you're talking about this.
I've used because I was like, because a bunch of my friends use Spotify.
Yeah.
And they're Apple users, so I don't really know what that's all about. But they've used Spotify for a long time, so they're like, you know,
they're just trying.
They're used to
stuff.
it, and you know, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, comparing with others, that's like another huge thing to keep in mind.
That is another huge thing.
Especially when you're in the same niche as someone. You know, it's easy to be like, he did it in 6 months, and it's taking me longer than 6 months.
It's taking me like 2 years, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
Which if you can say that you're consistently working hard at something and achieving those, you know, minimal goals, short-term goals that you're setting for yourself and doing your best, then you're on the right track.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has a different situation. Everybody has a different vehicle for their success, and each vehicle has a different speed. Each vehicle, you know, everybody has different opportunities. So it's easy to feel like you're being left behind, but be assured, with emphasis, be assured that you are where you're supposed to be at based on your circumstances.
Yeah. I feel like that happens a lot with artists and like dancers and singers and all that, because like, you know, they're all great, but it's just difficult. Like you gotta just keep on the grind, and then like one dude just gets more popular than you or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like, man,
Just look at Matt Stefanina.
Oh yeah,
Matt Stefan. If you look at Matt Stefanina back in like 2016 or 2014, like his
like
stuff
480p
was difficult to watch, but it was like it was probably one of the best dancing content, honestly.
Yeah,
like
for the
when it comes to like classes
like,
and stuff.
Yeah,
he kind of set that standard with like exposing, you know, good dancers within the community, you know.
Yeah, flexing all the dancers.
Because if you look back far enough, Bailey Sock.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And
Baby
then Will,
Bailey Sock. Yeah.
And then, oh man.
All of them, like they were there.
didn't think
they
about
were day
that.
ones right there,
Man,
with
that's
Matt
wild.
Stefanina.
That's wild.
Yeah. And so, you know, and he's talked about it too. Is like, it's just really just a consistency. Doesn't matter what, you know, what vehicles you have for your niche, but just ride your vehicle. Just keep consistently
Ride your
doing-
vehicle.
Ride your vehicle.
Ride the whip, bro.
Yeah.
That kind of hurt me.
Whipping with the little
Yeah. Ow. I need to go work out.
Yeah, that kind of goes into our next point too, the mental game. It's all in our mind. Everything.
Brain.
That's that song, "Insane in the Membrane."
Insane in the brain.
You know, that's pretty much what it's like. You know,
It's insane.
You drive yourself insane.
Yeah.
when you're doing
In the
these
membrane. Did you hear my voice?
Mitochondria. Oh, sorry. Did you hear my
Mitochondria.
Did you hear my voice? Mitochondria. Powerhouse of the cell. Sorry, my bad. Are you good?
mitochondria.
You good, dog?
Yeah.
You need some water?
I think so. I think I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm gonna just steal your one.
mitochondria.
Yeah.
Powerhouse of the cell. Mental game.
Mental game.
This whole journey is a mental game.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know.
I feel like even doing this podcast is a whole mental game.
Straight up. I have no idea what I'm doing in here. We're trying to figure out this thing. We paid almost $300 for. I don't know how this.
But it was
works.
like it was funny. It was funny, like actually, because you know we've had the idea for like
a long
a
time,
really long time,
almost a year.
and yeah, it was wild.
Yeah,
But then now we took the chance, and we're just like, you know what? Let's just do it.
let's just do it.
And so,
Even if we fail, have we really failed?
no. Yeah.
Yeah. What even is this podcast? Jesus. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like in all honesty and transparency, this is a very difficult
It is.
thing to do. Like, it's not natural
Especially,
for us.
you know, being in front of the camera and then having a mic here and then recording ourselves.
Who the heck
and
is
then
Mike?
Just like,
Who the heck is Mike? Breaks fourth wall.
no, but yeah, it's like, and then having storage and recording ourselves and listening to ourselves after recording, it's you editing.
It's a lot.
It's such a process.
Now I understand why people have like production crews.
I don't know.
We should just
makes
hire a
perfect
crew
sense.
now.
You want to get a crew?
No. Well, I mean, Andrew was volunteering his services.
But he wasn't doing anything.
No. But I mean, he's a candidate now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay him, but
An unpaid candidate.
But yeah, in any case, like it is difficult. I mean, doing anything against the grain of the norm,
Yeah.
like it's just hard. It's just hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be willing. And this goes back to what we were talking about. If you're really passionate about something and you really want to do it, then you have to tell yourself that you want to do it.
Yeah.
And you have to repeatedly tell yourself that you want to do it. And it's something that you want to do.
I think another thing too with that is the association part of it. Cause like, you know, when you have like your whole bunch of friends doing it too, you're like, oh yeah, I'll get into this too. Mm-hmm. But like when you're by yourself and doing it, it's daunting.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's like, it's a struggle and a half. Like you don't feel
Two
like,
halves, as a matter of fact.
oh shoot.
Yeah.
And that's a whole half. That threw me off completely. No, but yeah, it's just like, you know, having, you're just there for yourself, like a lone wolf, but you're still going.
Live alone, die alone. Yes, I knew a handful of people that actually jumped into podcasts and, you know, video and YouTube, but
they stopped after a while.
They stopped, and that was my thing. I'm like, I want to be able to do something and keep doing it and have enough passion in it, which is pretty much where I'm at right now, where I'm like, I feel like I have enough in me to give back to someone or some entity, whether that's you or, you know, some rando on the internet, you know,
someone behind the camera, Mike.
You looked to the camera, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Did you?
I did.
Okay,
cool. But yeah, I mean, just to emphasize it one more time, like if you are passionate about something and you really want to do something, then tell yourself that every day. It's not going to be evident and it's not going to be easy, but you have to remind yourself of what you're doing, why you're doing it. And that's the biggest thing. What's your why? What's your why? That was something from was it frick. I think it was Gary V. He's like, what's your why? And then when you find that, everything becomes clear.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What's your why? Mm-hmm. You're asking like two questions in one.
What's your why?
What's your why? What? Is it why?
What's your why? All right. Our last point here is a mente. Mente. A mente. Our last note is a mente. Would you like a peppermente? Or would you like chocolate mente?
I love chocolate mente. Milkshake.
I was curious. Were you standing there when I asked about the difference between a New Zealand and a Australian? Because they're very close to each other. New Zealand and Australia.
There's a difference. Or I guess there is a difference.
Because, they're two different countries. So he said Australian they have that. They're very open. I can't do a really good Australian
that was
kangaroo. I don't know. It's a koala, right? But then he said that New Zealand they keep the teeth closed. They keep the teeth closed a lot, but I can't.
But I
wouldn't know because I've never met anyone from New Zealand.
Australian accent
it's an Australian
with the teeth closed.
With the teeth closed. Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, that's off topic. Mente.
Yeah, sorry.
What I meant to say was mentor. Yes.
Mentor.
Mentor. Having the right mentor to do daily check-ins or actually I'll just say regular check-ins, whether it's daily or weekly. Your mentor, whether that's a parent as in like mom or dad, not like a parent.
It's pretty apparent.
My mentor is pretty apparent.
Apparently.
A pretty parent.
Oh, how lovely. Apparently, a pretty parent.
Whether it is one of your parents or someone who's actually in that
Like
niche.
a close friend.
But I don't want to say that specifically, because your mentor should be someone that's going to specifically help you with X, Y, and Z.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So it's got to be a specific someone.
it has to be a specific someone, because if you tell the wrong person and they don't necessarily help you or know what it's like, then they can't help you.
Yeah.
You know, if you ask me about League because you want to get better at League, I'll be like, I mean,
I don't know.
there's a bunch of things on the screen and lights, I don't know, like colors, you know?
Yeah.
So, but if you went to like Isaac, who's been neck deep in League, you know, for the past almost 10 years, then he can be like, oh yeah, do this, this, and that, you know?
Yeah.
So finding, of course, that person in your life to help you with your goal, and asking them questions based on what you're struggling with, doing those daily check-ins of like, okay, I've done this, this, and that. What am I missing, or what can I improve? Then he'll tell you exactly what you need to do based on your circumstance. And then if you're doing everything right, then he's like, keep doing it. And I've seen that, you know, time and time again, of people who do use their mentors and don't. And people who don't use their mentors don't progress as fast because they're not doing the right things for themselves. People who do use their mentors and do like a daily check-in, do a weekly check-in, and there's a level of transparency that you have to give of like, okay, I am struggling with this, this, and this, and I don't know what to do from here because I'm reaching a block. And so because they have foresight, because they have perspective and wisdom and experience, they can be like, okay, do this instead, because this will actually streamline you to where you need to be.
Why did it remind me of Karate Kid?
I mean, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, he was basically starting from the bottom.
Yeah.
And then like...
Because he went to the big school, right?
Yeah.
Of karate people.
Yeah.
And...
But like, they had different view. The mentors had different views on karate, because the white guy.
The white guy.
I don't remember his name.
I'm sorry. I don't. I'm so sorry for all the Karate Kids fans out there.
And being racist. But he based it off of like violence and just offense, whereas Miyagi, he based it off of defense and just like, yeah. So like, yeah. I forgot where I was going with this.
I'm glad it reminded you of that. But yeah. I mean, you find the right mentor and they'll teach you the right things.
Yeah.
And
there will be times where, like Miyagi, you don't know why they're teaching you this at times.
100%.
But there's definite reason. There's a method to the madness.
If they tell you to put your jacket on
and take your jacket off
and to wax this car.
That was the other Karate Kid.
Oh yeah, sorry. If they tell you to wax this car, I'm a Jackie Chan.
That was still a good one though.
I'm a Jackie Chan stan.
Yeah. Love Jaden Smith.
Yeah,
he's a nice guy.
He's a good guy. That guy. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point too. They will tell you things that sound.
They sound stupid at first.
Stupid, yeah, and they sound very minuscule to what you think you should be doing. But if you want to succeed, you'll listen to them.
Yeah, and
you'll do what they say, no matter like how uncomfortable it might make you feel.
Yeah, or how weird it is.
Yeah,
whatever. It's just like, just do it.
Just do it.
Nike. Yeah.
That felt good.
That did feel good.
That was less burdensome than last week's travel pod.
A lot.
Yeah.
Last one felt like a lot.
It was a sucker punch to the gonads that last week podcast.
Those gonads.
Those gonads are
There they go.
There they go.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Punched.
Anyway, well, we appreciate you guys sticking around for this travel pod, and
we hope you take this with salt and mix it up. Yoink, yoink. I bet it tastes good because it has salt.
Yum.
There it goes down the stomach into the. I was gonna get to the nutrients part, but you just
sorry.
went. All right, well that's about it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed. Comment what you would like us to talk about.
Comment what bottlenecks and common problems you've been facing lately. Yeah. Whether that's regarding your like goals or something you're trying to achieve, because we love to know what's going on in your life.
Yeah. Also, show us your favorite or non-favorite emoji in the.
Give us your least favorite emoji.
Oh yeah, give us your least favorite emoji. It could be
mine.
Weird.
Would probably be.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
I was gonna say flag, but that's racist. So I'm gonna go with. I was gonna go with a flag, but that would have been racist. I would say.
I think mine would be the zeros one.
The zeros?
Yeah. Or the numbers one.
The numbers one, yeah, with the blue box. I was thinking about those because I was like, why? Yeah,
all the blue box ones is kind of
all the ones towards the end of the on Apple. All the ones towards the end, except for like the caution sign and like the exclamation. Like those are fine. Yeah, but like anything beyond that with the shapes and some of the shapes are fine.
Yeah,
like I'm fine with the octagon.
Yeah,
circle,
square.
And
was there a triangle?
The weird, black and white square.
Oh, dude. Oh, no. Those are the least favorite. Those are the least favorite. I hate those, bro.
Anyway, catch you guys on the next pod, and hopefully you won't find these droids you're looking for.
Look, sir. Droids.